What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. We have a bunch of news for the 8.5. It is the 9.5 anniversary with Film Red, Luffy, Shanks' crew. Well, it's technically Shanks, but it has all of his crewmates on the artwork, but it is just Shanks by himself. And then we've also got Katakuri and Oven. So all of this is actually starting the next news time tonight. So October 27th, 1900 PST is when part 1 of the Sugo Fest is going live. So we're going to go through all the information that was revealed today and kind of break down what we should be expecting over the next week or so. So the Sugo Fest itself, yeah, it's a 9.5 anniversary Sugo Fest, and what we have confirmed is that Luffy and Shanks are anniversary exclusive characters. However, Katakuri and Oven are generic, regular Sugo Rare characters. What this means is that after this event period, you see, it actually goes until December 8th, which is a very long time. But essentially what it would mean is probably not until the new year then. So when the new year happens, then we're going to have Katakuri and Oven in normal red tickets. So if you don't get him now, you will be able to get him more accessibly in the future. It is going to be 10% chance to get a red per unit, which is pretty good, honestly. It's very reminiscent of most big normal events, really. Actually, every end of month banner at this point, if I remember correctly, is a 10% chance to get a red. Usually the big Super Sugo is a 15% chance, so 10% chance is about stock standard. It does mention as well that Shanks and Luffy only appear as 6-star characters. They actually don't have unevolved forms. I don't know why they don't, but they just don't. People have been suggesting that could potentially mean that they're going to be super evolving. I would say probably not. If you look at the unit IDs for Luffy and Shanks, which we can actually do right here, their IDs are consecutive, right? So you've got Shanks at 4011, and then Luffy's ID is 4012. So usually if they're going to be super evolving relatively soon, they do leave a space. So in this case, I can't really say that they're going to be super evolving. I don't think that's going to happen. But anyways, as we said, this Sugo Fest is going to be starting October 27. Now, they actually did state as well that there will be a free multi-pull. So when the Sugo goes live, you will get a free pull on this banner, which can include any of the new units. However, it says October 28th to 31st, you'll get one free multi every day, and those ones will not include new characters. But the one starting tonight will have new characters on it, so good luck. Hopefully, the luck is in your favor. So it also says about the sale, but it doesn't matter. We already know how that all works. We've got the new characters debuting: Shanks, Luffy, Katakuri, Oven, as well as the 2 rare recruits of Lime Juice and Rockstar, which we haven't had a chance to have a look at. So Lime Juice here, Psy, Free Spirit, Striker. He does have a multi-leveled special. The special ability here does inflict enemies with paralysis, which is interesting, for 3 turns. He's a damage dealing special, removes 4 turns of Bind Despair, and a 30% strength and Psy resistance down to all enemies. He then says that if your HP is 51% or above when you launch the special, you get a 50% health cut and reduce his own cooldown by 6 turns. So it means that after you use his special once, you actually can use stage 1 immediately after that, and if you use it again, then you'll get the ability to remove a further 2 turns of Bind Despair and a further 10% resistance down. So you'll get 40% resistance down, 6 turn removal of Bind and Despair, and that's not awful, honestly. It's not awful. He does have cooldown reduction on himself, a -3 cooldown at the start of the quest, making quick slots beneficial to the crew, further damage versus int. He seems decent. His support effect to Shanks and Uta says that if you're inflicted with paralysis, remove 1 turn of it and inflict 3% resistance down. Not a crazy support, but removing 1 turn of paralysis, that's actually pretty good. So Lime Juice, I'm actually a big fan. I think this is a pretty good rare recruit. We move on to Rockstar, and I think they kind of shafted Rockstar a little bit here. So he is Strength, Free Spirit, Powerhouse. His special, if you have 51% or below HP when you launch the special, you give -4 cooldown to himself, so he's able to recharge his own special. Then, whenever you launch the special, you're always getting a 10% health cut to a single target. He removes Rainbow Shield and Threshold by 3, and you get a 2x color affinity for your entire crew for 1 turn. But then he has an added effect of reducing his cooldown even further based on the amount of times that you've launched his special. So it says that it reduces his cooldown by 7 turns if it's the first time you've launched it, and then it says you get -3 cooldown if it's the second time you've launched it, and then you get 1 turn every turn after that. So it's interesting. It means that on initial launch, if you use the special and you're at 50% HP or below, you actually get 11 turns of cooldown on this character. So he'll basically become ready, and then he does have the crewmate ability that gives him a further -1 cooldown every time another strength or psi character uses a special. So it's interesting. You will be able to basically double launch with him, and if you guys have known how the new Luffy and the Shanks work, they both have a relatively similar effect in their captain. Right at the bottom there, where it says that it reduces this character's cooldown by 3 turns every time another cerebral or a free spirit character uses a special. So it works very well with Shanks, obviously. That's the way that it's kind of supposed to work. So, in terms of the Sugo Fest structure, part 1 of the Sugo Fest is where you have a big chunk of characters here. So you've got, you know, all the characters are available, all the new ones, with Luffy, Shanks, as well as Katakuri and Oven. You can see that in part 1, though, that Oden and Toki are going to be featured as other anniversary exclusive characters, which is pretty interesting. So if you're looking for them, you can pull them here. The thing is, though, is that part 1 of these big debut Sugo Fests, it is a much lower chance to pull Shanks, Luffy, or Katakuri Oven together. But you can see that there are some other decent characters here. I mean, Izo is a relatively recent unit. Legend Queen is very good. Whitebeard vs. Blackbeard, also very good. And then you kind of move on from there. I mean, Rayleigh Gaban, you got Super Tandem Shanks, EXP Marco, V2 Odin, Cat Viper. So even Superclass Dofi still pretty good. Even, you know, V3 Rayleigh still has his uses. Garp with level limit break in 6+ is also very good. But ultimately, you probably shouldn't be pulling on this Sugo Fest at all, but that's part 1. You move on to part 2, though. So you move on to part 2, which is going to be only featuring Shanks of the debut units. But alongside that, you've got Sabo and K-Dad. K-Dad don't really see a hell of a lot of play. They're pretty good in Rumble. And then you've got, like, Sabo, who is, out of the anniversary exclusives, I think Sabo probably is the best. I feel like he is, like, the strongest. You'll use him in a decent amount of content. He just gets around a lot of debuffs. He provides a lot of offensive power to your crew as well. He's just a good character. So if you don't have Sabo, it's not a bad option to pull on part 2, because you have a pretty good pool of units here. I mean, you got Shanks, obviously, K-Dad. You've got the waifus, the Reverie waifus, which are okay, not the best. Korra and Law are okay. Zoro Sanji, okay. Ben Beckman Lucky Roo is a huge highlight there. Robin Jinbei are fantastic. Chopper is really good. Katakuri with his 6+ level limit break, very good for the latest Grand Voyage. Stampede Luffy doesn't have a 6+, could get one in the future though. Part 2 is not a great part, but Sabo is so big. He is carrying this part pretty hard. We move on to part 3. So part 3 is where Luffy is featured alongside Anniversary Ace, who is also another very good unit, and the waifus, who are surprisingly very good too. Alba is featured here too, as well as Ulti, who is not terrible. You've got the Film Red Chopper. Wano Law is okay, V1 Katakuri, Arlong very good for one of the Grand Voyages. Yeah, the pulls are not the best here, I have to admit, the pulls are not the best. And then when you move on to part 4, this is definitely the low light. So in terms of the anniversary exclusives, you've only got Luffy and Zoro, but then you've got the new character of Katakuri and Oven, and then the other characters surrounding. I mean, you've got like Usopp Yasop is good, Hiyori is pretty good, Dog Storm is alright, Cracker has his uses, but yeah, this is not a great Sugo Fest, and considering that there is going to be a part 2 to this anniversary period, you probably want to wait until maybe November 12th, when we're going to get that extra additional part of this anniversary period, or just wait until New Year's, which I think is the more wise decision. Wait until New Year's, because New Year's is inevitably going to be an absolutely phenomenal Sugo Fest. Next thing on the list here, it mentions November 3rd until November 5th, there's going to be a Blitz battle. Straw Hat and Diva ranking event is underway. So this is a Blitz battle, pretty typical stuff. There's going to be a website relating to it as well, and we get a free-to-play character for this event, which is going to be Makino, Luffy, and Uta, who are Sai, Cerebral Free Spirit. Captain ability does not matter, it's terrible. Special ability, 13 turns, 60% damage reduction for 2 turns, special bind removal by 6, block slot and type slots changed into recovery, heals 30 times their recovery that can overheal. Not a bad unit. The main use of this unit though is definitely going to be that 6 turns of special bind removal. Not a lot of characters that can do that, especially not a lot of free-to-play characters that can do that. So make sure to play this event to get this character, because it's going to be useful to have. Also, additional healing at the end of the turn is pretty nice. And any good support? No, it's just a really bad support. But there you go, Makino, Uta, and Luffy. Free-to-play unit coming for the Blitz battle. Nothing really too crazy there. In terms of the rewards, it's pretty typical Blitz battle stuff. You play the event as much as you possibly can with the point boosters, and that's going to help you rank up higher against opponents. And you can see the boosted list is not very surprising. The new units are going to be the highest boosters, and then you got some other characters here that are somewhat recent and some other film-related characters, okay? Moving on, no, the next one is the Pirate King Adventures, the next season. So the boss character is Tot Musica. However, the free-to-play character is going to be a really awesome character of Bluno, Sunny-kun, and Beppo. That's awesome. So we see the chibi versions of these units. So this unit is Sai, Cerebral, and Fighter. The character's captain ability, it is a 4x captain, HP matching slots. Reduces special reverse by 1 is interesting. So the special ability of this unit is fascinating. So first of which, it does a defense down conditional 2 times for 1 turn. Then it gives 1 turn removal of ship bind and attack down if you've used the special 0 times. However, it says that it will reduce attack down and ship bind by 2, as well as 60% damage reduction if you've used the special 1 or more times. So you get better buffs the more you use the special. And then it says extends the duration of your conditional boost by 1 turn as well. But the way that it works is that with the potential ability of triple special launch, which is the same as PKA Roger, you can use this character. You can use these characters 3 times per quest, right? Or per turn, really. So you can use the special 3 times, and it will allow you to get the ability of removing 5 turns of attack down and ship bind, as well as getting a conditional boost and making it last for multiple turns, really. So it's not a crazy special per se, but it is a Cerebral and a Fighter, which means you can use it under Shanks or Luffy, and because it has triple launch every time you use a special, the new Shanks and the new Luffy's captain ability will be able to recharge this special very, very quickly. So that's why a lot of these characters have abilities that can charge their specials, because of those new Sugo Fest exclusive characters. But of course, for PKA, we've got pretty decent rewards, of course. You've got limited pool legends, normal legends, wanted posters, rainbow gems, keys, Super Cola, the pretty typical stuff. And then we have the boosted list, which again is not really a surprise. It's more of the recent stuff with some of the film characters sprinkled along the way too. It also has mentioned that in the ticket exchange, we now have access to Maha, which I was kind of shocked that he wasn't actually available, as well as Monet and Baby 5. The Monet and Baby 5, I'd say Baby 5 is not very good. Monet is actually pretty decent. She does have a conditional boosting effect, so delay, conditional boost, remove 4 turns of blindness, 4 turns of resilience. Actually not a bad free-to-play unit. The Baby 5, to my recollection, wasn't very good. Changes her own slot to Super Bomb, and then reduce 4 turns of burn, 4 turns of Rainbow Shield, and you get an all boost for Cerebral and Shooter characters. So it's fine. Maha, we already know what he does. He's actually pretty good. So that is the brand new Pirate King Adventures lasting until November 26. Brand new season of Grand Party is almost upon us, starting on October 29th. Now in this season, let's have a look at the rule set. First of which, Powerhouse, CT speed up level 5. That is fascinating. We'll have to wait and see what's going to be good against that. Quick, level 8 attack increase, Int, HP, and speed up level 5. So Int and Powerhouse already is going to be kind of threatening to deal with. Slashes, HP down level 4, CT speed down level 3. That's pretty harsh, actually. You know, so those OP slasher teams, they just get a little bit less special CT, which is annoying, but they can be very annoying to go up against, so I kind of respect why they do that. When the leader is present, quick enemy, or just quick defense, level 4. Okay, so if you've got your leader present, you get quick defense level 4, which is kind of weird because none of the new debut legends are quick at all, so I don't know why they're trying to buff quick so much in this season. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. But anyways, that's the new special rules for the upcoming Grand Party. I'm sure everyone is super excited about that one, because I know I surely am. We have a new anniversary campaign here, mentioning that we get a Rainbow Gem gift. So we log in on November 12th to get 25 Rainbow Gems. Pretty typical stuff, because it is the half anniversary on that 12th period. And we do know that there will be another additional Sugo Fest on this time as well. So it's cool, you know, we'll wait and see what that new banner is going to be. But more often than not, you should probably keep those gems, because New Year's is not that far away, and it's probably going to be the banner you want to be saving for. Past that, there's going to be an additional login bonus, and that banner artwork looks phenomenal, I must say. So we get 20 Rainbow Gems and 3 Legend tickets by logging in for 15 days. So just make sure you're logging in every single day, pick up your daily stuff. you're going to accumulate a lot of rewards just by doing that alone. Then there's also going to be a daily lottery from November 10 to 25th, and you can get potentially, if you're lucky enough, 100 rainbow gems just by logging in, but essentially at a bare minimum you're getting at least one additional rainbow gem per day, so make sure keep logging in every single day. And also, this is kind of interesting too, so they've updated the legend ticket information, so every generic red ticket that we get from now on will be updated past October 29th, and it is now going to feature Momonosuke and Kanjuro, which is dope because the anniversary period is now concluded, and now they're going to update it with Kanjuro and Momo, which is awesome because they are, I mean, I will say Momo is a fantastic generic legend, better than a lot of other normal legends in this game. And then you got Kanjuro, and I was unlucky enough not to pull Kanjuro, so I'm actually kind of hoping that I can get him in the future, so these red tickets are going to be definitely more and more valuable for myself personally, and of course that includes the limited pool and the generic pool of legend tickets. So that is going to wrap it up from me. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. I'm that, guys. I'll see you guys within the next video.